King Jam, I hit up on my mind, yeah.
みんなやばいって言ってたんですよ。ディグリーはやばいです。タップ行ってきてよ。
Yeah.
Welcome to my IG Lab, legendary dancehall artist.
Yeah, man, respect.
Wow,ディグリー。
Yeah, so I want to introduce you to Japanese people because you are legendary dancehall artist. You make a hit after hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, man, bless up, man. Yeah, man, respect, man. You don't know. Been it for a minute, you know?
Yeah, man, Mr. General Digley. So, everybody have already know about your name, but can you introduce yourself about where you come from? What made you start singing as a DJ?
Well, it came from in the late 80s, early 90s. I used to like to listen to Papa San, Lieutenant Stitchy, Professor Not, Super Cat. You know, those were my idols, you know, so I want to be like them. But to cut a long story short, I got the inspiration more to be an artist when Major Mackerel introduced me on stage in my community. And I mashed up the stage show, and the following year I got booked for my own show. So big up to Major Mackerel. I always remember that.
Yeah,
for somebody who I knew.
Today's a Major Mackerel benefit concert, you know. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, I had to tell about that too. So which area of Jamaica are you from?
I'm from Mandeville, Manchester. That's the center of Jamaica. But I live in Kingston.
Then I've had you used to go to church, and then sometimes you sing a song. You sing a song at the church when you were young. It's true?
Well, no, I didn't used to sing because I was very shy. I was a very shy person. But my parents were, they were Christians, so I used to go to church with them. So I used to listen a lot of singing, whether from my father, my mother, my sisters. So I think I got a lot of inspiration from them too. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Who named you as General Digley?
Well, I got the name General from General Trees.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when I just started. When I started the DJ, when I was living in Mona at the time, Kingston. That's long before I became an artist. They used to call me the Young General. That time, General Trees was the #1 artist. So the people in the communities call me the Young General, General Twos, Young General Trees. So the General got stuck on me.
Wow.
And then I said. Yeah, and then I said I want a degree out of the business. I want a degree in music, so that's when I add degree to it.
Which song is your first 45 record?
It's a song called Mother Road Picnic. I did that song for Mixing Lab Studio.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't the first song I voiced though. It was the first song the second song I recorded. The song I voiced first was a song called Dry Weather House. I don't think that song came out, but the second song, Mother Road Picnic, that was the one that came out. And that was my first experience with hearing myself on the radio.
Which song was the first ever played to your doublet?
Well, to be honest with you, I would say a song in Mandeville called, I did my own dubplate. What I did, I came to Jammies and I record my songs that I had at the time on rhythms on a dubplate at Jammies Studio. So I had a couple songs before that. So those were the songs that I said, I would say that the song that played my first dubplate that I cut, I spent my money and make was Playmate. But I would think the first song that played me when I get the big song, Granny, I think Bass Odyssey.
Okay.
I think Bass Odyssey was the first song that plays a dub plate as a big sound for me.
Which song made you popular and started bossing?
Granny.
Okay. Right. So then after the bass odyssey, voice your dub play, so then they boss you a dub play. So then that dub play made you popular too.
Yeah, well, the song was popular. The song that I did, the dub play I did was Granny in dub play. Yeah, so I was getting my break, but the big song that plays and mash up shows was Granny, and then I think bass King Addis. King Addis was another big song that played by some pianists. The pianist dub in England that year, and that is still a legendary clash,
Wow. No big song link,
Yeah.
So, you released a lot of his songs from Penthouse on the Main Street. How did you meet them?
Well, when I went to, as I said, the first studio I went was Mixing Lab Studio, and I was there, and every producer came there and heard me and wanted to voice me, like Steely and Clevie, Danny Brownie from Main Street, a lot more producers, So everybody was hearing about me, and they like my voice. They say I'm a little man, but I have a big voice. So everybody wanted to voice me, from Babu Digital to Penthouse. So I got introduced when I went to Penthouse, and everybody's talking about me. So it was easy for me because I was getting a good run.
Okay. I know there are so many great rhythms on the dancehall, right? What's your favorite rhythm as a top five rhythm? I know there are so many. What? You can pick up top five favorite to your song?
You mean rhythms that I'm not on, just rhythms overall, like in general?
Yeah.
Okay, the answer.
Okay.
The answer rhythm, the Vietnam style. Punani rhythm.
Okay.
I think the sick rhythm it would be there too.
Oh yeah.
Sick rhythm.
I like that too.
The superstar. The taxi rhythm I would say, because that was the rhythm I think I got a lot of practice on before I got my break. So the taxi rhythm, and there's so much rhythm. I would say my rhythm, quicksand rhythm. My personal rhythm that I produce, quicksand rhythm.
Oh yeah. I like that rhythm because when I listened to the rhythm first time, I was young. Then I was kind of shocked because rhythm is different, and that rhythm sound grabbed me, So yo.
Yeah. Yeah. Do.
Yeah. Same rhythm as a Bone Tequila, Magnet, right?
Yeah, I produce those songs.
Mad. You are multi-talent person, because you release song, you produce song, then you produce rhythm too.
Yeah, I play them. I program the drum machine and play them too. So big up to Lenky who I play the rhythm, and I asked Lenky, the keyboard player, to play some phrase for me. But 90% of the rhythm, but 90% of the rhythms I play them.
Nice. I didn't know that.
From the follow the arrow. A girl think she bad, then follow the arrow. From those rhythms to quicksand to dry cough, I have so many rhythms. Pot cover. A man them short and the woman them plenty. Here just a fool up and barber shop empty. All of those rhythms,
I didn't know that. Oh God, you are bad.
Yeah, man.
So, you must have so many experience in many different stages, right? Tell us about your best stage you have ever had.
I think I think one of my best stage was in Japan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's a Japan
Yeah, one of my. I think so. I don't know, but there was a performance in Japan. Was just excited. It just to know that, you know, it's a non-speaking country, but I know Japanese understand English and patois. But at that time, to see, you know, the reaction, how people react to my music, you know, when I was in Japan was, you know, it was phenomenal, you know. And I think in the Spanish country, like Panama, Costa Rica, it's very excited to see when I'm on stage and see how people react. And Europe also. So I would think those three places, Japan, the Spanish countries, and Europe.
Yeah, because to them, you are like Hollywood superstar. I want to ask you, what's your worst stage experience? I don't mean it's bad. You are surprised, you are shocked to something. Example, when I asked this question to Maccabi from England, he said when he performed in Italy, storm came to stage and stage almost turned over. That he told me.
Wow. I can't remember like something that happened seriously on a stage, to be honest with you. But you know, I remember times on a stage where it was not for a good performance, because I remember a Sting. I have the big song pianist at the time, but you know, that time Sting was like a clash. Everyone, you know, everything just clashed. So because I have a big song, but they want to put me on in the morning, and it was very tense because people is ready to go home and they want to hear Clash lyrics, and then I go up there with you know, trying to sing, and you know, it's like the people will say, "Wow, we love you," but we just want to see the Clash and go home, you know, at the time, you know. So that was in my early stage of doing big shows. So that was only my disappointment on a show that I remember, really.
I see. It's kind of bad.
Yeah, it wasn't accepted. It's like I didn't get boo or anything like that, but it was just like the soul standstill.
Have you ever met Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Tenaso, Nicodemus when you were young?
No, well, definitely Bob Marley is out of my. I was too young to meet Bob Marley. Yeah.
Have you ever
that was way before.
Nicodemus or Tenaso, Nitty Gritty?
I saw them. I saw Tenaso. I saw Nicodemus. Maybe I've spoken to him to say hi. I never seen Nitty. Maybe I saw Nitty Gritty too. But those days was where they were on Jammies, performing on Jammies sound and you know, at House of Leo or Gemini Club when the Sling thing came out. So I saw most of them that time.
So was that before you started singing, or you have already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was before. I think I saw Dennis Brown. I saw Dennis Brown while I was in the business, where I got my break. So I, you know, saw him and say hi, but it's not really like you meet them. It's mostly like, you know, I didn't have a name at the time, so nobody really knew me at the time, you know?
Oh, I understand.
Most of them.
And then, everybody called you as a legendary dancehall artist. You still do dub session or something?
Yeah. I do dubs almost every week.
Oh, word?
Yeah, you have so much sounds all over who won a general degree dub before I got my break, because I have songs that people asking for dub before I bust, but those songs was playing somewhere in some countries, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I didn't know that. I should get all Japanese songs right now.
Yeah, man. We still active with dubs. We still killing sound. We still Yeah, we still have murder sound, so yeah, we're still doing dub. So you don't know the link up, pickle, you don't know link general degree. Yeah.
Yeah, man, no respect. Yeah. When touring in Japan, how do you think about the Japanese reggae community and the dancehall community? How did you think about that?
I always think that Japan is one of the first countries to embrace reggae and dancehall 100%, you know? The rest of the world does, especially Europe. Europe is always a country, but I think the Japanese take it to another level.
Yeah.
Because when I went to Japan in the 90s, I saw almost every woman just look like they are from the ghetto in Jamaica. You know, dress the same, yes. Behavior, everything. Yes. You know, I was surprised, you know. So I think Japanese love Jamaican culture. Yes. and I respect them, and I love Japanese for that. They always bigging up Jamaica culture.
How many times you came to Japan so far?
Maybe 4 to 5 times. I don't remember really, but I remember one year in 1992. I think I went there twice, and I think I went back 2 times after that. So I would say maybe 4 times.
Yes, what I remember when you came to Japan last time, it was in 1998. It was Japan Splash. I was there, so I was audience. It's before I started my sound business.
Yeah.
You are there, Buju was there, Sizzler.
Yeah.
Dennis Brown was supposed to tour in Japan to join Japan Splash, but unfortunately, his body condition was not good, so he couldn't make it. So then Sugar Minott came to Japan instead of Dennis Brown.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I remember I came there with Steely and Cleavy, with Bounty Killer. Bounty was on that tour.
I remember that too.
Yeah. Yes, so that was one, and I came twice, and then I came to Japan Splash. So I think it's 4th time I visit Japan. And I really love Japan. Japan is such a humble, quiet, peaceful place to me.
Yeah, man. I gotta big up my father, Anthony Marvo. He's watching this live now.
Yeah, big up Anthony Marvo.
No praise to my father.
Yeah, man.
So, Uncle, is it possible? Can you sing a little in a cappella, please, if you don't mind?
No problem, man. Me I go tell you some things, a whole heap of things, a bag of things, a crocus bag of things. We are gonna chat some things, we're gonna hear some things, a bag of things, a crocus bag of things. All of the girl them who know say them got it there. Show me a signal from you a wappy there. Suit where you in a city boot where fi match it there. Go on, ya girl, Yeah. Where the traffic stop are there. Yeah. Where the traffic block are there. Oh, yeah. Traffic blocking. Gyal come down in our tights and stocking. Watch our hairstyle whopping. And the dress code ever shocking. Serious thing. You think it a go so when I hold you tonight. I go and do all of the things when you like. So you can stay there, don't believe me. Give me the chance, I go and beat baby say. And she want a man in her life. A man to make you feel nice. Yeah. Ah boy, she want to feel nice. She said to me, it's a beat alright. Boy, it's a beat nice day after the girl then. Beat nice already and she come back again. Lord, boy, she want a bodyguard. Boy, Lord, she got her yard. Want a man, she got her yard. She said she a good body and all this beautiful girl in fame. She came to check me while I was at work one day. She said, Degree, I know that you're a musician. Won't you introduce me to the boss in your band? I said, meet my drummer and my guitarist. Here is my bassist and my vocalist. But when I introduced the girl to my playlist, she said, Degree, you know I got to have this. She said she want the pianist. She said she need the pianist. She just cry for the pianist. she woulda die for the pianist. I said pim pim pam all night long. She want the pianist to play her favorite song. Pim pim pam all night long. Under that, I, what's the one day, I, I'm not tell them, I, hear me tell them, I, is about me get up in her, up here, up close, the girl them just up in her, what the girl them a bubble and a wine shut up in her, after them business, me want say pot, hey, all of that, mama, my girls them don't keep bad company, mama, my girls them don't stoop low for money, mama, my girls just put up your hands, make me say, mama, my girls them full of quality. Left out of the thing, 1 you a boom, 2 you a boom boom, 3, 4 you a boom down the place boom. You have my heart a beat, bodum bodum, bodum bodum. Boom, boom, 1 you a boom, 2 you a boom boom, 3, 4 you a boom down the place boom. You have my heart a beat, bodum bodum, bodum bodum, bodum bodum. All the them a go like them run the place. All them a run like them come last in a them race. All them a come a go like bad sound too. Them a ho, Scooby-Doo, cartoon, character, yeah, blah.
Stamina.
Stamina, we are run Maratadina. Stamina, we are love it and langina. Stamina, we are up, lapina. Big pump, but we are where them put go up. My kind of girl had a good time. She have to move right. She no fit to height muscle grading. No, and they save me. No. Police move me business, I must you go talking. Y'all you should do it. No. No sink off me money when you go supermarket. Y'all you should do it. No. Afraid of them all, we afraid of them, but no, so we no afraid of them. Cause they outside, so we no fear the dirty nigga them. Afraid of them all, we afraid of them. The Japanese no afraid of them. While them all we follow, while we dress up and favor them. No, Huda. This is the one that tell me Huda. If man in a body but you walk, you think one go suck your soda. Who tell if I come in a test, but Victory young good on Bermuda. Also please, come in the face, me now go run from no intruder. Alaba Leng Baluba, just a come from the Aruba. Without them dogs are like a bullet from the Burman. Jump off the scuba dive, we no afraid of Barracuda shark. We still a gun go. Hey, afraid of them all, we afraid of them, but pick all no afraid of them.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. There's so much songs. I left out a lot of songs.
Uncle, me can't
I left out a lot of songs.
There's a traffic blocking, you know.
Yeah, man, respect, man. Yeah. They go higher.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Uncle, I'm gonna ask you last question, you know. So, look like we have been having third wave of Corona now. So, I need your positive message to all Japanese people and the people who is watching our IG Live now.
Well, the positiveness I would have to share is just to be strong and stay focused and be positive about everything. There's a lot of negative, things that is very discouraging, that's depressing, everything, that is bad. But we still have to think on the positive side, look to the Almighty for, strength and ask Him to guide us and protect us through this time, Ooh, me say, wah, me say, woy. Almighty God, protect me right now from the evil that surrounds us, woy. Master God, me say, please show me out. Ooh, me say, wah, me say, woy. Master God, me say, please show me to survive through this wicked time, woy.
What? Today IG Live is the one of the greatest and the baddest one,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my uncle, thank you for joining my IG Live today. People definitely is happy today because you sing a lot of songs. So then you tell me true answer, so we had a good time, so.
Big up, man.
After
yeah, man.
I wanna see you in a Japan or Jamaica or New York or Europe.
Yeah, man. We just hope everything is well so we can tour the world again and create. And look out for my new stuff. I have new songs out. Check me out on Instagram. This Instagram, General Degree 1, and you'll see all my new stuff that I have out. My latest project, Bodywork, that is produced by Lenky. look out for the video for that. And we have a couple more stuff coming out. And you don't know. All sound man, remember. Dub plate, link up call, general degree. You don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, man, enough respect. Thank you for
Respect,
joining.
man. Bless up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up all Japanese.
Yeah, man, enough respect.
Yeah. Arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Bless up.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon enough.
Bless.
Yeah, man, bless.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. Boom.
King Jam, I up on my mind, yeah.
Extra Power Records. Extra Power Records.